Good morning, friends. Coach Barry here, ready to tackle the week before we tackle Murph. Sunrise is coming up behind me. The birds are excited. Love this warm weather. But again, we're looking at 60s at the end of the week for Memorial Day and some rain. So awesome stuff. Thank you, Mother Nature. Cheers. All right. Well, also, Grogu, the Mandalorian Grogu comes out this weekend. So hence the starry-eyed emoji in the title, because I'm excited to see that with my kiddos. Man, awesome stuff. Love me my Star Wars. All right, this week, leading up to Murph, there aren't that many crazy destroying you type workouts, and there really never should be. But for all intents and purposes, this week is a lot of skill, some decent volume, but again, nothing too crazy. We're going to end the week with a benchmark, Nancy, that'll make Murph feel like an absolute breeze. So we'll hit up Nancy end of the week after we do overhead squats. But let's tackle Monday. So shoulder press and then a nice monostructural WOD to get a little bit of an endurance engine going on there. So row and ski 1,000, 100 dubs, run 1,000 meters. We're looking at about 10 to 15 minutes on that one. And working through those three particular movements. Obviously scale those dubs as needed. Then Tuesday, again, here's the volume, but not heavy. So wall balls, burpees, deadlift burpees, 15 to 20 minutes. Again, nothing crazy on the load, but just some good working volume there with some core work afterwards. Then we start 2 skill days back to back. So Wednesday, pull up for a heavy double weighted, heavier than you did the fours, clearly, and then the bands as well. So really working on that skill of the pull-up and just working on that strength element of it. And then the skill work, so crossovers, bar muscle up. We did acquire another kiddie bar to be able to do jumping bar muscle ups from the floor. So I think we have 6 or 7 of them now. So it's really awesome stuff to be able to have everybody doing some form of a bar muscle up. And then a kettlebell snatch. So we're going to go over that movement. It's not something I particularly always ever really put into programming, but because it's a skill session, we're going to go over how to do a kettlebell snatch at a lighter load, and we're going to do 1-minute intervals of that. No particular rep range there. We're just going to really just work on skill. And then on Thursday, check that out. Gymnastics, rope climb, wall walk, box jump, sit up. Probably 5 to 7 rounds there, and obviously we'll scale all that stuff for everybody. And then farmer carries, and then finally the overhead squat, heavy double, and then Nancy. It always packs a punch. However, again, Nancy will make Murph feel like a breeze after all those overhead squats, and then a couple days of rest before that happens. All right, my friends, you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you in the gym. All right, rock on.